Welcome everybody to this brand new game with me, Rafji. So today we're going to be playing Steel Division 2. So this is a World War II based game where you basically pick a faction that you have created yourself. So for example, you go to battle groups and you can actually create different battle groups yourself. Today I'm going to be playing as the Royal Canadian Engineers. And you basically choose units that you want to be in your army. And you have a set army limit that you have up in the top right corner based on the amount of troops that you can have. So each slot takes up various amounts. So as you can see, the more of a certain type of unit you add, the more expensive they get as to the activation limit. We are going to be playing as the Canadian Royal Engineers. And we're going to be playing against the Hungarian main battle group that I created. So we're going to be doing a attack and defense, and we are going to be defending against the Hungarian Army, and we're going to see if we can hold. So let's jump right in here. Okay, so we're going to manually deploy, and we can deploy our units anywhere in this red zone here. The enemy is going to be coming from the blue, and they're going to try to take as many of these basically victory points as possible. We have various defenses that we have, as well as recon units, infantry, tanks, support units, anti-tanks, anti-air, artillery, and aircraft. Now, as you can see, some of our units are actually kind of grayed out. So during the first phase of the battle, it's phase A. So that allows us to access units that are available in phase A. When phase B becomes available after 10 minutes, we'll be able to get those units, and then phase C after that, and then we get our last group of units. We basically just have to hold for a certain amount of time, or if we're very daring, we can actually push back and try to prevent basically drive the enemy off the map. So we are going to first set up our defenses. So we have various defensive positions that we could use. I'm going to be using some barbed wire first. And we're going to just build our barbed wire down here. And we're going to have our trenches behind that. Just like so. And I'm actually going to put a gun pit in here. And I'm going to load it up with an anti-aircraft gun, just for now. And we're going to add a anti-tank bunker with a 6-pounder in it. And that's actually going to go right in the middle here. And it's going to look out across that field. So the field of view for the anti-tank gun is that green cone. So if we place this like this, it'll have access to cover the road to the left, as well as the field over to the right. So we're going to put it just like that. And we're going to support this unit here with some infantry and a recon unit. So the recon unit allows us to see very far. So they basically have binoculars and they're a scouting unit. So they'll let us know when infantry start to get close or enemy tanks, and so on. We're going to put some defensive units, and we are going to put a Vickers machine gun right in the middle there. So those units should be able to hold this side at least for a little while. We are now going to move over to the right a little bit, and we're going to put a second defensive position, probably right in here. So we're going to again start with some barbed wire. So the barbed wire just basically prevents enemy infantry from getting too close to our trenches and gives us that extra little bit of protection. We're going to put some trenches behind it. We're going to load it up with first an anti-tank gun. So we're going to put a 6-pounder anti-tank gun in there. And it's going to face this general direction like so. So it's going to help cover this field. And actually, because he's covering the field there, I'm going to move the scouts on this side to there. Because we are going to put a second unit of scouts right in here. And we are going to give him a machine gun and an infantry unit. A little bit over to the right, we're going to put some defenses in here. This is going to be a much smaller one because we don't have as much area to basically cover. So we're going to put some barbed wire down. And we're going to put a trench in here. Actually, I'm going to put the trench so it's a little bit up. And then like, oh, will it work? Come on. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that should work fine. I'm actually thinking I'm going to fix the barbed wire a little bit. It's going to go like that, and it's going to go like that. There we go. Now we're going to just add some infantry in here. Like so. And we are going to give them a gun pit. Can it fit in there? Nope. So we're actually going to put the gun pit on this side of the river. Like so. And we're going to put an anti-air gun in there. And we will put an anti-tank gun. We're going to give them a 6-pounder. And this is actually just going to go into the forest here. So they'll use the forest as cover and protection. And they will actually just sit there, and that's fine. We don't need them to get far out because they have the buildings here as some cover. So basically, the anti-tank gun's there in case a vehicle comes up here or manages to come up through here. It's kind of as a last-ditch defense. We're going to go further over to the right, and we're going to set up our next bit of defenses. So as you can see, we have to do this across the entire front. So if you want, I'll come right back once all the defenses are set up, and we'll see our front line and see how it looks. Okay, and welcome back to after I've set up all of the defenses. So as you can see here, I've created units all across the front lines. Let's take a look at what I've done here. So on the far right, I've just put a barbed wire, basically wall here, just to help prevent enemy infantry from sneaking through the woods. My little defensive position here, I ran out of sandbags, so I just put whatever I could here. I have a heavy machine gun, 30 caliber bunker. I've got a Vickers machine gun. I've got one of my leader units here, some scouts and some infantry, as well as a 17-pounder anti-tank gun. So it's one of my stronger anti-tank guns, just because they should be able to actually see straight across to the other side, and if there's any enemy tanks there, they should be able to wipe them out. I have then another machine gun bunker just behind some barbed wire, just to help cover this part of the hill here. We have down on the left side of the hill, we have a machine gun bunker on the hilltop overlooking this little valley area. We then have our little defensive position here, where I have another 17-pounder anti-tank gun in a gun pit with a bunch of scouts, infantry, and machine gunners behind it. I also have a Stuart tank just off behind here, using the building as some cover from the right, so they can look out across the field. Over towards the center of the map, I have some engineers, some tanks in the little forest here, so they'll be able to shoot anybody that gets close. I also have another 6-pounder in the forest back here, just to help cover this area from tanks. And some infantry that'll be in this building, these groups of buildings here, just to prevent enemy infantry from getting too close on this side. I also put a barbed wire line just across the center here, just to make it difficult for infantry to run across the open field. Beside that, I've got some more barbed wire with trenches, and I've filled the trenches with machine guns, infantry, scouts. I have 2 anti-tank bunkers, and an anti-aircraft gun with my gun pit. Further to the left, again where we left off, I have my anti-aircraft gun with some infantry and an anti-tank gun just guarding the bridgehead. And then the original defensive positions that I created with you guys here. I've got my anti-tank bunker, barbed wire, and trenches for both of them, plus an anti-aircraft gun on the far left. Up on the hill here, I put some infantry with an anti-tank gun. Now the reason the anti-tank gun is here is because on the hill, they have a far view looking out over this way, so they can actually provide both anti-infantry shots as well as anti-tank cover for the distance in the valley. Now, in the rear, I actually have 2 mobile artillery units. So 2 priest cannons that I have back here, just to provide artillery fire if they have any artillery themselves. They are going to shoot at any enemy artillery that shoots at my guys. Now, these guys do have a limited range. I think it's 2 kilometers. So they should be able to cover, if not most of the area. Oh, no, never mind. They have a range of... Oh, no, I think it is 2 kilometers. But anyways, they'll be able to cover at least this side of the field. Over here, I'm waiting until I can get to level B, because then I can put some mortars on this side that'll provide some anti-artillery cover fire, as well as getting my aircraft. Once I get my aircraft, I will probably dominate the skies, just because I have a lot of really nice aircraft for the Allies. So let's jump in this battle. Now, first things first, when I start this battle, I'm going to have to go along the entire front line and make sure all of my units enter the trenches. Because sometimes they don't, especially machine guns. They tend to not like to just go in the trenches right away.
Need some covering fire?
Okay, and these guys get in the trench there.
We're moving.
You guys have gotten in the trenches. There we
Ready,
go.
sir.
And over here, make sure these guys have gone in the trenches.
Yes,
Nope. Get in the trench. Good, good, good. Nope. Get in the trench. There's no trench there. Those guys are in the trenches. Perfect. And the last group, make sure that they're in their trenches.
This is Red 2. Enemy spotted.
There we go. And that should be everybody. Now we've actually made some enemy contact on the right flank here. And here, our anti-tank gun is actually proving its worth. And they are taking out the enemy tanks. One by one. Perfect. Oh, they actually have some anti-aircraft guns. Oh, my 6-pounder. Ah, so they destroyed my 6-pounder on the hill here on the left. So this game, it gets off to a quick start right away. Ah, they've got artillery shooting at me from somewhere. Let's see if I can figure out where it is. Ah, it's coming from there. Can these guys hit them? Yes, they can. Oh, they're actually proving quite troublesome on this flank.
Enemy spotted. Recon team.
Oh, they're shooting at my bunker. That's not good. That's not good at all. I hope they don't blow it up. Man, they did a real tank swarm. They've got more artillery firing as well. Oh, 17-pounder got blown up on this side. Let's get some more tanks over here just to provide some anti-tank support. And let's get a 6-pounder to replace that 17-pounder for now. Come on, guys. Okay, there we go. They're shooting at them. Oh, it's my anti-aircraft gun is shooting at the tank. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, they've taken out my anti-aircraft gun there. That's not good. Okay, let's get another anti-aircraft gun just to replace it. Oh, the anti-tank gun's firing again. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So my artillery units are shooting at theirs, which were over there. We actually need to start shooting at these artillery units now. Scouts are under attack. Yep, their artillery is still shooting at me. Now they're actually trying to shoot at my artillery. Now, because mine are actually in armored vehicles, it's hard to kill, which is good news for me. We're going to take our 6-pounder and it's going to unload into the bunker there. Make sure that they go in the bunker. On the left-hand side here, we were actually bringing an anti-aircraft gun. And we're going to have to unload that into there. Okay.
We're an easy
So they're
target here.
shooting at my artillery from over here. So the other thing that we have to actually make note of is our units actually run through ammunition. So as you can see here, my artillery, they have 28 more shots left. So I actually have to be careful about ammunition. To
Enemy
get more
spotted.
ammunition, you actually have to use your supply trucks, and they also have a limited supply. So ammunition
Yes,
does
sir.
become a very
Another
important
one
thing in
bites
this
the dust.
to make sure that your guys don't run out. Okay, I don't mind that they're shooting at the priest. That's fine with
What are
me.
your orders, sir?
We're actually going to move one of these tanks into here,
Hello, friend. Yes,
and the other
we
tank
call you
can go
through.
right there. Just to provide some extra covers for them. Okay. And I think the front is holding. We're actually going to move our priests a little bit. We're going to move them back. Just because they are shooting generally at where they are, we're just going to move them out of the way. So we know that they're shooting from over here. So they have artillery here.
We're an easy target here.
Let's shoot at them there. Okay. Let's move our Stuart into the trees there. And this one can go over here into these trees. We're going to use the trees as cover. Because when they're in cover, they actually are harder to see, both from the enemy, and it gives them a little bit of protection. Okay.
Enemy spotted.
And I think... Yep.
Yes?
No, machine gunner. You're going that way. And you guys are going to
Gun ready.
replace... Nope. Nope. Vickers, no. You're going this way. Go into there. Oh, my priest was destroyed. Oh, they managed to get a lucky shot and hit it. Oh, that's a little bit sad. Okay, we're going to move our priest over to here.
Changing position.
We're going to get him completely out of that forest, because they are really targeting it.
Enemy spotted.
And where's the enemy? Ah, they're coming from the middle. That's fine. Let them come that way. So both our tanks and our anti-tank guns... Oh no, just our tanks right now. So our tanks can fire both basically a high explosive shell and an armor piercing shell. So the armor piercing is good for vehicles and tanks, whereas the high explosive can be used to take out infantry units. So our tanks are good at both fighting other light tanks, because our Stuarts are light tanks, or they can take out some infantry. Now I think we've actually managed to hold off the enemy attacks. Their attacks seem to have stalled. They can't break through our defensive lines that we've created. Our Stuarts have really helped reinforce the front line until we can get better units up to the front. And we are going to get some other infantry units for now. We're just going to bring them over here just to help reinforce across the bridge. And can I get anybody else yet? No. So, once Phase B begins, we're going to get some mosquito fighters. Because I feel like the enemy is going to pull out some aircraft. And we're going to need these as anti-fighter planes. Okay. So, I could actually go on the offensive right now if I wanted to. It would be very daring of me if I did, though. Because I don't actually know what they have. I know for a fact they have anti-aircraft guns. I saw them earlier over here. So I know for a fact they have anti-aircraft guns, and I don't want to use my scout planes to get shot down. At least not until I can get proper artillery, and I can lay down a bunch of covering fire for my anti-aircraft, or for my aircraft.
Gun ready, sir.
My one priest still has 20 shots left, so I can still use him to help defend against enemy attacks. Basically, if enemy infantry do a massive assault wave, I can use him to lay down some covering fire. Now, I don't know what the enemy is planning. So let's just speed it up a little bit, shall we?
Nothing to report. Everybody out.
Okay, so we're just going to
Ready,
unload
sir.
our infantry
All right,
into the
let's
forest
go.
here. And our Stuart tank is moving up that we were putting into the woods here, which is good. Ah, Phase B has started. Okay. Yep, and here comes the enemy aircraft. Let's get some anti-aircraft guns. We're going to get a... So our new anti-aircraft guns are actually tanks that have been converted to shoot at aircraft.
Damn! That was close!
We're going to get a few of these guys in here. Into the woods. And we will
Enemy
add
spotted.
another one over here. Just in there. Okay. And can I get some more tanks? I can. I can actually get some Sherman tanks. So these are actually very powerful tanks for the Allies.
Enemy spotted.
We're going to get a Sherman in there.
Good job, gunner.
We're going to get a Sherman over here. It will help
They spotted us.
here. Oh. Wow, they really are sending in a lot of tanks now. Let's get some Shermans in here. Let's get an anti-tank 6-pounder. It can go up on the hill here.
Highway's hit.
And we'll get a Sherman up on the hill here as well.
Him.
And we'll get another Sherman over here.
They spotted
And we'll
us.
keep some others in supply.
Hit.
We'll get some artillery. We'll get some mortars on this side.
Enemy spotted. Be ready.
Ah, they're doing a massive push in the center right now. Okay. That's fine. They're still trying to push in the center.
Damn! That was close.
Let's get a 6-pounder.
One more kill.
It can go... Actually, you know what? We're going to get some infantry
Target
first.
highway's hit.
And they're going to go into this building here.
Hit. We're out
So we've
of
pushed
shells.
back their tanks. We killed a few of them here. Their last one's falling back. They're still sending in their infantry, though.
It's hot here.
Ah, now they're pushing on the left-hand side. And you can actually see their anti-aircraft
Enemies cut
guns.
to pieces.
So let us get some mortars on this side up here.
Enemy spotted. Be ready.
And let's get a couple other mortars in the middle here. Now our anti-aircraft should be able to drive back their scout planes. Our anti-aircraft guns are fairly weak, though. But there is enough of them that they should be able to do the job of pushing them back.
Sergeant Highway's hit.
Okay. Oh, they were trying to send in some fighter bombers. Didn't really work out for them, though. And our priest can fire at their... It looks like it's an 88. No, it's just an anti-aircraft gun. What died over here? Ah, anti-aircraft gun died.
Enemy spotted. Be ready.
Well, luckily, we are replacing it with another anti-aircraft gun. I can actually put this in the bunker there. Our 6-pounder is going to unload over there. Our Shermans are moving up and shooting at their vehicles here.
Sergeant Preston is hit. Good job.
There we go. We destroyed a 40mm. Ah, here comes their fighter bombers.
Good job, gunner.
Our anti-aircraft should be able to drive it back. Good.
Good job, gunner.
Now, hopefully they can drive back the other one. Yep, it looks like it. And our tanks are moving up into position, which is good.
Orders, eh?
We'll move our 6-pounder up this way.
Tank
Our
ready.
Sherman can go into the forest as well there. Over on the right-hand side,
Yes.
we're going to unload, and they are going to fire at their artillery, which is coming from somewhere back here.
Sergeant Highway's hit.
Aha! There's where some artillery is coming from.
Hit. They spotted us.
Now let us get a Sherman, and we're going to put it up on the forest hills there, or up on the hilltop there. And we will get another anti-tank gun.
Any
Ooh,
orders, sir?
anti-aircraft gun. Fall back. Fall back.
Good job, gunner. Looking for enemy planes.
I don't want the anti-aircraft tank to get shot,
Funds ahead.
so he's going to fall back to right here.
Understood.
Wow, right where that exploded. He's going to go there.
Sergeant Highway's hit.
Okay, we do have our anti-tank gun still here. And let's see. Oh, a Bedford truck got blown up. So that means one of our new units died. So we're going to unload him, and we're going to fire at that artillery.
Ready to fire. Any orders, sir?
Anti-aircraft gun can go into the forest there, just to give it some cover.
Yes, sir.
Our mortars are going to unload,
Now.
and they're going to fire at that guy there.
We got ourselves a target. They spotted us.
Our priest, he's going to fire at that again.
Yes, sir.
Where's the artillery coming from?
We're taking heavy fire.
Enemy aircraft is coming from the center again. That's fine. Our anti-aircraft guns should be able to take it out, or at least push it back.
Another one.
There we go, we destroyed one of their artillery.
They spotted us.
Now they still have artillery firing from back here somewhere.
Enemy spotted.
Yep, right there.
Reloaded. Ready to
Keep
fire.
shooting at it.
We're operational. They spotted us.
Okay. Oh, they have another one from back here somewhere.
They spotted us.
Where is it coming from? Ah, right there.
Entry elevation. Fire.
Perfect. Okay, our right flank seems to be holding half decently. We are going to actually send a supply truck over here,
Being shot at.
just to help supply the units there. I don't think we need any here yet.
They spotted us.
Our anti-tank gun is still there, which is good. We will probably need some supply here, though. Yes, our anti-aircraft gun is actually out of ammo.
We
Oof,
got men down.
which is not good.
Target neutralized.
Let's get another fighter, and we're going to have to start using our fighters to counter theirs. Because we don't have the anti-air capabilities. Ah!
We've got casualties.
We destroyed a 40mm. Hopefully, we destroyed their artillery, which was over there.
Damn, that was close.
Now, there's still bombs shooting at me from somewhere with artillery. Looks like it's coming from... Ah, right there again.
Ready to fire.
Come on, blow him up.
Fire. We're an easy target here. Artillery, at your order.
Blow him up.
Damn, that was close.
Ah, he's gonna blow up the yeah, he blew up the Sherman. I saw that coming.
The enemy is cut.
We're gonna replace it. We blew up their plane though, which is good. Because the planes are harder to come by.
On est fait à l'os.
We've blown up quite a few of their planes now, which is good. And we're really hammering where their artillery's coming from. So we just have to remember that we just have to hold. We don't have to push them off the map. Because if we hold for the last phase, which I think is another 10 minutes or so, then we win. We're going to get a total victory. Ooh. That was close. I wish they would hit him. We're going to give a supply truck to our artillery gun there. Okay, just start. Oh, they blew him up. Yeah, they've got anti-tank guns just sitting there waiting for me. Okay, aircraft.
Go on, control.
Let's get our aircraft out here. Okay, so we're actually resupplying our anti-aircraft gun here, which is good.
Medic.
Let's shoot their fighter bomber. He's gonna get away. Yeah, he got away. Fall back. Okay, fall back, fall back, fall back. Get out of there, fighters. Our anti-aircraft guns are doing their job, which is good. Our planes are falling back. How much ammo does that have? Okay, what are they shooting at me with? And from where? Right there.
10 degrees elevation. Fire.
Mortars. Fire it there. Priest doesn't have anything. Ah. Oh, there goes my scout plane. They went straight for the scout plane. Okay, it looks like this guy's still in here somewhere. Ah. Let's get an artillery barrage going. We actually lost one of our mortars here, which isn't great. But it's not the end of the world. And we're actually going to pull our supply truck back. And he's going to go supply our mortars. And we are going to get another supply truck. It's going to go supply these mortars and probably reload our anti-aircraft gun here. And we're going to get a Bofors anti-aircraft gun and we're going to put it in here because they seem to be focusing their planes on our left flank. And we're actually going to probably get... No, we can't afford to get another one yet. We need to start using our planes. If we can drive them back, that would be perfect. Here comes our convoy of artillery. And we're going to use them to try to blast away their artillery. We know that they have artillery units still hiding out in the woods somewhere. Ooh, they've actually got quite a few. No! Oh, he hit our supply truck. Of course they did. Okay, supply truck, you're going to go up this way. Okay. Bofors, anti-aircraft gun, you're going to go into there. Our right flank is still holding, good. It's nice and strong still. Okay. Okay, all of our units are ready. And we are going to set them to counter battery. So as soon as one of their artillery shoots again, all of them are going to focus on it and hopefully destroy it.
Damn, that was close.
Yep, here they go. They're aiming at the new target and they're going to blast it. It's probably that guy right there. Let's get some aircraft. We've got some fighters. Let's get some mosquitoes. And a... what else do I want? I'm thinking maybe a Firefly. Sherman Firefly. And we're gonna put this guy right here to replace the tank that died there. Here we go. Here comes the artillery barrage. Now they should wipe out that enemy artillery. At the very least, drive it back.
They spotted us.
There we go. The anti-aircraft is working perfectly. This one's actually getting low on ammo, so we're going to have to get a supply truck and put it in here. And we will get a supply truck and put it in there. And we will get a supply truck and put one in here. Because it's in the forest, so it should provide it some cover. Just a little bit. We actually need a supply truck over here as well, so we're going to put him in the woods there. Because our units are actually are running really low on ammo. Over here, our guys still have lots of ammo. And this guy's gonna come fill up our heavy, our mortars over here with ammunition as well. So our Bofors has been positioned. Ooh, oh. I actually blew up one of my Shermans here, so let's replace it with a Firefly. Basically, the Firefly has more ammunition. This tank can pull back over here because it is completely out of ammunition. So he's going to go get some ammo from the supply truck. Okay, they found a new target to shoot at. They're shooting at the artillery probably that's over here. Oof. So who did they blow up? They blew up somebody. Okay, our priest, we can have him at counter battery as well. Now let us get some tanks. I'm thinking we are going to go on the offensive in a second here. So let's get some Sherman Fireflies and some rifle infantry. We are going to push on the left. Yeah, so our artillery is shooting at another artillery unit of theirs, and we're hopefully going to kill it. It's somewhere in there.
Sergeant Highway's hit. We're taking heavy fire. We're listening.
Let's move our Sherman to the front of the forest line, and they should start shooting at him. Yep. There we go. And then we also got our anti-tank gun here, which is shooting now too. Ooh, ooh. Don't go in there yet. You're gonna get shot. Our Crusader is out of ammo. So let's move him closer. There we go. So now he's gonna get some ammunition.
I've got him.
So our Sherman is way stronger than the enemy tanks. It has better armor, should have a better cannon. And our offensive force is building up.
Transportation corps ready, sir.
Perfect.
Hit.
I wonder if they killed the enemy artillery that's in here somewhere. Honestly, they may have, just because there's so much mortar craters here. Perfect. The best way to actually destroy enemy units in this is to attack them when they're in transportation mode. Because if you can destroy the transport that's carrying them, you wipe them out. And that was the battle. So we actually I think, ended the game a little bit early just because of how well we held the objectives. I didn't expect it to end right then. So it was a total victory. We actually got... So this actually is the statistics of all of our units. So you can see what did the most damage to the enemy units. So our anti-tank guns, the bunker destroyed a lot of enemy units. Our tanks did really well. Our anti-tank guns did really well. Our anti-aircraft guns did actually a little bit. This one actually managed to destroy an enemy infantry unit. Yeah, so all of our units actually did very well. And we took a few losses. And you can actually see what destroyed our units. So, what did the most damage to our units? It looks like their tanks and probably even their artillery and anti-tank guns were the main threat. Their Jagdpanzer is actually a really powerful anti-tank gun. It looks like they actually were one of the few units that killed multiple things. Did we end up wiping out their artillery? It would have been our artillery that shoots them. So let's go to the Stuart. Did a machine gun. The Priest took out 2 of their artillery units. And where's the newer artillery units that we got? Did they actually destroy any of them? Aha! Yeah, so we actually destroyed quite a few of their artillery units with our new artillery units. So that is the game of Steel Division 2. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. I'll do some more of these. I might do some challenges if you want me to. I can create a any type of division template. So if you want me to do basically a World War I scenario where it's just infantry in trenches versus infantry in trenches, I can try to do that. If you want me to do just tank battles, I can do that as well. Just let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!